Excellencies, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the Energy Ministers session in the Voice of Global South Summit, where we as a group will deliberate upon the very apt theme of energy security and development roadmap to prosperity. Yesterday, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, inaugurated this summit of an important group of nations to collaborate on political, economic, social, environmental, cultural, and technical issues. India has taken over the presidency of the G20 in December 2022. It is our endeavor to utilize this opportunity to give resonance to the voice of the Global South Summit. India will use all platforms, business, government, as well as civil society, academia for this endeavor. As our Honorable Prime Minister stated during the inaugural leaders session yesterday, India has always shared and stands ready to share its developmental experience with all countries in the world. In the same spirit, we had supplied medicines and vaccines to over 100 countries during the pandemic. Around 80% of the world's population lives in sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, and Southeast Asia, where farming households are disproportionately poor and vulnerable. Excellencies, today the world is facing unprecedented three crises of food, fuel, and fertilizer. We are witnessing extreme price volatility in energy molecules. The most acute impact of this is felt in the global south. Against these challenges, and despite these challenging circumstances, we in India took several measures to maintain energy security for our citizens. These include diversification of supplies, increase of alternate energy sources like biofuels, ethanol, compressed biogas, increasing exploration and production footprint, along with focus on domestic production, and meeting the energy targets through electric vehicles and hydrogen. All these measures offer easy replication for achieving our respective energy security goals. By way of an example, Excellencies, I would like to cite that India has recently developed a patented stationary rechargeable and always kitchen connected indoor solar cooking system. We have come a long way from firewood to kerosene to LPG and now to next generation cooking solution in the form of a solar cooktop. Once it starts commercial production, we will be able to offer this technology to our countries, our friends in the global south, and it has the potential to change indoor cooking and move towards smokeless and sustainable kitchens. Today, the world requires more sustainable energy models, including all sources of energy, to continue the momentum of economic development. Excellencies, it is well established that biofuels have associated benefits such as providing a viable alternative to fossil fuels, waste to wealth creation, managing agricultural and municipal waste, decarbonizing transport sector. All these are issues with which the countries of the global south are grappling with. We have increased the ethanol blending in petrol from 1.53% in 2014 to 10.17% in 2022, which was well ahead of the target of November 22 by 5 months. And we have set a target to achieve 20% ethanol blending, which was originally targeted for 2030, but we are hoping to complete this by 2025. To resolve the common concerns of the Global South, India is also proposing a global biofuels alliance under the G20. The aim of the alliance is to support projects in order to increase the deployment of biofuels and its related technology, offer alternate means of sustainable energy, and finally move to its trading among the largest producers and consumers of biofuels. We stand ready to share our experience and best practice with partner countries of the Global South so that together we can translate our climate pledges into action. We look forward to your support in complementing each other's strength to make it more meaningful. Excellencies, India today is the world's fastest growing large economy. According to the IMF's World Economic Outlook report, October 2022, India is projected to grow at over 6% in 2023-24. This is remarkable considering that the global growth is forecast at 2.7% in 2023. The recent OPEC World Oil Outlook resonates this belief when it states that India will take the lead role in global demand in the growth of oil. Today, more than 60 million people visit the pumps in India on a daily basis. Yet our commitment to the climate change goals remains steadfast and undiluted. India is undertaking an ambitious journey of energy transition to achieve net carbon zero by 2070. This transition has to be stable and just to ensure that it remains consistent. India has met its commitment of 40% of its installed electricity capacity from non-fossil energy sources by 2030 in November 2021 itself. The country's installed renewable energy capacity by October 22 stands at 166 GW, while its nuclear energy-based installed electricity capacity stands at 6.78 GW. India is setting up second generation or 2G refineries utilizing agricultural waste and bamboo to make ethanol using indigenous technology. This contributes to achieving rural prosperity and also goes a long way in reducing pollution along with achieving energy security goals. Adding another feather to this journey of decarbonization, E20 or fuel blended up to 20% with ethanol will be rolled out soon in 11 states and union territories, much earlier than the projected April 2023 date. 15 cities will be covered under phase 1. We are targeting a phased rollout of E20 in the entire country between now and end April 2025. We are also targeting to set up production capacity of 15 million metric tons of compressed biogas from 5,000 plants by 2023 with an investment of US $20 billion. Today, Indian companies can supply the most competitive green hydrogen or green ammonia due to availability. Availability of lowest cost for solar power combined with engineering prowess makes India an ideal place for green hydrogen production, and it will become a green hydrogen hub. We are setting up pilot scale and commercial scale green hydrogen manufacturing plants in several of our refineries. We would be happy, Excellencies, to enter into partnership with countries of the global south in this steady march towards this emerging fuel of the future, along with the entire range of green options. Excellencies, the global south has tremendous potential to emerge as major producers of oil and gas, given that we partner to resolve the concerns which countries are facing. Domestically, we have set a target to increase the net geographical area under exploration from 8% or 0.25 million square kilometers to 15% or 0.5 million square kilometers by 2025. And we are expecting an investment of around US $58 billion in E&P by 2023. We have reduced the prohibited or no-go areas in our exclusive economic zone by 99% of our EEZ, opening up nearly 1 million square kilometers for exploration to attract the domestic and overseas investors. Several multinational corporations like Chevron, ExxonMobil, Total Energies are showing keen interest to invest in Indian E&P segment. India is ready to explore opportunities for joint development, production of oil and gas assets for mutual benefit, and also invite investment in our domestic E&P sector. Excellencies, India's flagship program, the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, has led to social economic change and women's empowerment in India. With the release of over 95 million free LPG connections to poor households, the LPG coverage in India has increased now to 100%. The scheme PMUY has acted as one of the biggest catalysts of socio-economic change in the status of women in the country and achievement under the Sustainable Development Goal 7. We are keen to share the lessons learned and best practices discovered in this journey with our partner countries to achieve sustainable domestic cooking. Excellencies, India aims to bring together countries for massive development of solar energy in terms of technology, finance, and capacity through the International Solar Alliance, and connecting solar energy across borders through One Sun, One World, One Grid initiative. The sun is the ultimate and the unlimited source of all energy. Majority of the countries of the global south are blessed with good and sufficient sunshine. The sun can provide us not only electricity, but also green hydrogen, thus help us in energy transition. I will use this opportunity to call upon the countries of the global south, which are yet to join the ISA, to join and strengthen this initiative for common global endeavor to mitigate the changing climate. India's G20 agenda is inclusive, ambitious, action-oriented, and decisive. I would like to hear your ideas and recommendations that would be helpful in achieving greater collaboration. I believe that this discussion will further Global South spirit of collaborative partnership for people, the planet, prosperity, and peace to achieve the sustainable development for all of us. Excellencies, before I conclude, I would like to extend my personal invitation for each one of you to participate in the first edition of India's flagship energy event, the India Energy Week 2023 or IEW, being held in Bengaluru from 6th to 8th February this year, where in-depth discussion will be held on pressing issues facing the energy market by energy ministers and CEOs of international oil majors. I look forward to personally welcoming each one of you in Bengaluru in February. Thank you very much.